hand to mouth, the touching of one's lips, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You could even bring it into, so knives and forks being metal, like, you know, think of honey where they prescribe using a wooden spoon because
So
it
Nina's
alters the
big on that.
pH balance of the honey, but
Yeah.
also what the nutrients are, right? And we've started going down the rabbit hole with Anastasia and the Ringing Cedars. Is another podcast. Perhaps that one with Katerina. She's really like down the rabbit hole with that. And it's the cedar trees in Siberia, and they get the nut oil from that, the pine nut oil, cedar nut oil, and they're showing great results in that. Even down to the resin from the trees having a healing effect on the leaky gut syndrome, like the tight chains within the gut. I mean, it's phenomenal, some of the stuff that's coming out of that. And they say it has to be pressed with wood when you're pressing. Any metal that's introduced to that. And we went down the rabbit hole after that. It was like, right, okay, everything we're cooking in, let's have a think about that. How can we change it? And that's when I kind of went, oh, okay, let's start looking at earthenware. Let's look at clay.
Yeah. And
Switched all our pots to clay. It's an expensive process. So it might be one of those, right, if I have to replace one of my saucepans, then maybe look to clay. Because again, clay then, it keeps the oils in the food, but also it adds minerals to the food.
Wow, did not know that.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
And that's been our longest kind of cooking material.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it might not be convenient, but again, it's the life of inconvenient that seems to have the legs and the longevity in it, right?
It's more delicate. You might appreciate the process a
Well,
bit
again,
more.
it's come back into that mindful approach, right?
Yeah.
You know, and they feel great and they look great, and it's just suddenly brings something different into that cooking environment, and then to the table, you know.
So the honey, I just want to touch on this. So it changes the pH of the compound of the honey, but then you'll use a wooden spoon to extract the honey onto your porridge granola, and then you'll eat it with a silver spoon.
With a silver spoon, right?